Go.
Alright, this is the history of copycat video games.
So for an introduction, the history of video games dates back to the early 1970s, where the first commercial arcade video game was introduced in the year of 1971. Every video game is developed through programming and software, where graphics have great influence on whether or not the quality of the game will attract the interest of the average consumer. Every gaming industry requires innovation, in which once these companies become financially stable, they have the opportunity to expand as well as produce larger games. High-profile video games often have an average development budget of approximately $40 million. So for the first copycat video game, we have Fortcraft and Fortnite. Fortcraft is a copycat of Fortnite, which did not have as much success. The game Fortcraft was made for mobile, while Fortnite was made for console/PC, which has better graphics and playing quality as a whole.
Nice.
There are very few differences between these games because Fortcraft is an exact copy of Fortnite. One of the primary differences was how Fortcraft had different maps, while Fortnite only has one.
The Tony Hawk series and the Skate series. So for years, the Tony Hawk series was the only game really on the market doing the skate genre. And they were fun games, but there was like little parts of them that made it hard and not as good as these ones. And when these came out, they brought more of like a humor factor and made the game like a lot easier to play and just made the moves like it kind of brought in more wacky, like crazy, like not realistic moves too, and like crazy parts, and just kind of blew out, like it says right there, blew out the predecessor, which was Tony Hawk. It just made it such a better game. And Saints Row and GTA, they were pretty close in their success, but GTA ran for so much longer, while Saints Row only had a couple games, and everyone always talks about GTA, and you never hear anybody really talk about this game anymore, but they were both fun games. But
So Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat. Killer Instinct and Mortal Kombat are both gore fighting games. Killer Instinct copied Mortal Kombat by having similar characters and moves. Some differences of them are the different maps and characters. Killer Instinct was a successful copycat game through making over $2,400,000.
this is the most successful copycat game, and I can't remember the Crush Castle. I remember playing this game on Not Doppler or whatever website it was on, and I didn't even know it was a copycat when I heard this. Was that in this class that we
Yes.
heard this?
Yes.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I didn't even know we had this slide in here. But yeah.
And then as a conclusion, copycat game can be more successful, like the Skater series, or they could have equal success like Fortnite and PUBG, but chances are if it doesn't have fun gameplay and offer new unique experience, it'll fall to the bottom of the barrel like any other phony game.
Okay. So what did you learn?
We learned that you could still have a successful game if it copies something, but it has to have like, different aspects. It can't just be the same like gameplay. You gotta have like something different. Like with Fortnite, when it copied PUBG, it brought in like its own like you could build and like make your own stairs and make like a big like building to like
Okay.
on your own. But like PUBG, it had more of a realistic.
Right. So to be successful, you can copy the idea and then build on it
And then
and
with the
create new
Skate
things.
series, they just did the Tony Hawk thing, like with any other company copying like Madden or FIFA or just any game, but they ended up doing it better because they brought in like more of like a comic factor.
Oh, good. Good. Great. Good job.
Thank you.